I take it the Ma's dead. This day extracts a heavy toll.
Hey, Thanos, intergalactic terrorist. How you doing, buddy? See, I heard through my little portal here that you were having a day. What did you just say? That this day extracted a heavy toll? Let's talk about heavy tolls, huh? How about my franchise goalie who's in the middle of a gutsy comeback realizes his body won't hold up and has to call it quits. He has to retire. That's a pretty big loss, isn't it? We also took a 2-goal lead and fucking blew it to an ex-Bruin, by the way, who we basically shipped out. Yeah, he scored twice in about 30 seconds. How fun is that? Oh, what else can I talk about? Oh, maybe my captain, Patrice Bergeron, my Lord and Savior himself, went full banana peel into the boards, hit his head. He's got a concussion history. Don't know what's going on with that. But no, let's talk about your day. Oh, wait, before you do, how about we talk about my team's heart and soul? Brad Marchand doing some dumb fucking shit to get himself suspended. How about that? But no, you talk about your dumb terrorist friend, huh? You telepathetic bullshit guy. Yeah, you lost him. Big whoop, you all-powerful titan. Dude, spoiler alert, you die in 2 universes. You fucking suck it. Sometimes there are videos, I guess games, that I know not a lot of people are going to tune in for. That I know that most people probably didn't watch the end of the game, and that most people are not going to be in the mood to talk Bruins until at least after the next game. I suspect this to be one of those videos. We're still low-quality fans of a high-quality Bruins team. But this was a bad night for a lot of reasons. Wall is fixed. That's the only good news I have for you. As you saw in the opening, we had another blown 2-goal lead. Another one. Just ridiculous. We had our captain go down the tunnel with a potential head injury. We had our franchise goalie who was trying to make a gutsy comeback, call it a career potentially. And then, of course, we have Marchand being, in all likelihood, suspended for his actions at the end of that one. And I'm not going to defend that shit. That was so unnecessary and stupid, especially when you know you are the heart and soul of this team, and the other heart and soul of the team, your captain, is a unknown at this point, a question mark going forward. There's a reason that Brad Marchand is not the captain of this team. And that sounds awful to say. It sounds bad. I mean, obviously, the biggest reason is we have Patrice fucking Bergeron on the team. There's also moments like these where you go, would you ever give him the actual C for like a long-term stint? I don't know. Like, this is maybe just me being harsh in the moment, but your team needs you in this moment. You've lost this game. We get it. And it's because of a stellar effort from Tristan Jarry. A stellar effort. Can't finish on a couple open nets. Have an awful power play in the third. I get it. You're frustrated. But how many times has the conversation happened where we're talking about your legacy now, Marchand? You started to put it behind you. And here we go again. It's worth pointing out that a friend of the channel was at the game, said that it looked like Marchand got slashed and that he was on the defensive. I don't know. I haven't been able to sit back down and watch all of that crap that happened. At the end of the day, regardless of it, the moment that really bothered me, because I saw the sucker punch, but when you're being held back by the ref, and you come in with a stick and you flick him in the mask there, and I know it wasn't heavy, I know it wasn't harsh, or you just can't. It's just stupid. It's just asking to get suspended. And he's going to get suspended. That's just so dumb, man. That's such a bad idea in a moment where your team needs you to settle in. They really do. Anyway, let's talk about this game. Tristan Jarry. I think he's 0 for 6 against the Bruins with a sub-900 save percentage. Just has always looked terrible. Always looked awful when we played him. And not tonight. Not tonight. No Malkin for the Pens COVID protocol. Honestly, the Penguins have had a really rough year as far as having everyone they need to have. It's incredible that they're still doing so well. I hate this team, man. I hate them so much. Well coached, well managed team. Swayman gets the start. Bit of a roller coaster for him. Foligno is back. He was exactly what he was before he left, unfortunately. So is Frederick, or at least as reports go, Frederick appears to be ready to play games. He would be held out of the lineup, which I thought was the correct decision. Bleed was taken out of the lineup for Foligno, which I felt was not the correct decision. I would have just left both of them off of the roster at the moment. But hey, that's just me. So he's going to take over. He being Foligno takes over that left wing spot on the fourth line. Riley back from COVID, still no Vakanainen. Clifton's going to take over on that third right defensive pairing. Clifton had a interesting game as well. I wanted to have thoughts on the All-Star game. The thoughts are that I don't like it. I don't find anything about All-Star Weekend all that fun. I know it's something for kids and supposed to get people involved, and that's great. I am not against the All-Star game or All-Star events existing. They're just not for me, I guess. I will say the breakaway challenge, or whatever they called it this year, they brought it back. That's really fun if you can kind of throw away the whole like standards thing and just enjoy to seeing what they're doing. And during the routines, it really feels like the players are having fun. I did enjoy that. What ruined it for me is choosing the very obvious wrong choice to win the award, which went to Pietrangelo. Like, I know the award doesn't matter, and I know I shouldn't take this seriously, but you want me to feel like you absolutely fucked something up where it's not fun? Take the part that I was having fun and then immediately halt it by saying, no, but that wasn't the fun one. The fun one was this one where the guy didn't even fucking score. Anyway, that's just my take. Zegras should have won it. The dodgeball routine was hilarious and fun and clever. I liked it. Fuck it. Whatever. Who cares? I'm just in a bad mood. Rask. I had a note here that said Rask is out at least one more week because that was the story going into the game. And then midway through the game, news breaks from Fluto. He says that Rask is likely done. Finished. Finito. The comeback didn't work out. His body's not right. This is why we kept talking about how Rask was never a guarantee. There's a lot of arguments I had early in the season that I do not think those people are going to be lining up to apologize, but they fucking should. If this is true and Rask is done, do I think it's a huge loss to the team? No, because the plan was never to depend on a Rask comeback. 100% Rask does make this team better. Just never knew if we were going to get that. And at this point, now it looks like we never would have. So, at least from a team perspective, on ice, I guess it's not that big of a deal. We took a little risk on it with the small contract. That's negligible. It does impact the players. I feel like they were really excited to have him back and will be disappointed by this. Morale in general, I think it's a bummer. It also affects the trade deadline because Swayman is now no longer a trade asset. You can't trade Swayman right now. I wasn't on board with trading him in the first place, but some people were, and that appears to be no longer an option. Puck drops early on in the game. There's always an early special teams one way or another. Coyle gets tripped $140 into the game. This power play was flashy. The whole period was. The puck movement, the little dipping and diving, chucking the puck around was brilliance on every level. And it really showed in this power play. It's a broken play. It gets along the left wall. Too many players commit. And it gets punched out across the slot to the right wall. No one's there. McAvoy goes down to pinch on it. He gets there second. Penguins defender gets there first, flips it up the wall. Bergeron speeds back, covers that right point, collects, and in one motion flicks it forward to Taylor Hall, who sees that Pasta's in his office just waiting. Whips it to him. Perfect pass. Hammers this low blocker on Jari. Jari doesn't have a chance. 1-0. With 2 minutes into the game, it's 1-0. Nice. Get a lead. Build on a lead. Hold the lead. 4:20 in, blaze it. 4:20 into the game. We have an open net chance, sort of. There's a down goalie. It's a nice cross-slot feed, a clever play by Smith to pinch and grab this puck. Comes back around, throws it to Marchand. Letang gets the block, because of course he does. It should have been 2-0, just 4 minutes in. And then a minute later, DeBrusque is going to go for hooking in the offensive zone. He was a little overzealous when trying to return, or retrieve, I should say, the puck. That's okay. We kill it. We look good in every facet of the game. The defensive exits were brilliant. They were moving the puck around. They weren't worried about losing the puck. It was fluidity. It was creativity. It was so fun to watch. For anyone who missed the first period and only watched the next 40, I'm fucking sorry. That sucks for you, because you missed one of the best periods of hockey we've seen the Bruins play all season. They could have scored 0 goals on it, and I would still say that because of the way they moved the puck. It was beautiful. Beautiful. When this team is clicking like that, they can beat anybody in the league. If they could do it for a full 60 minutes. 8 minutes left. What a sequence. Oh, Coyle absolutely undresses Matheson. Goes between the legs. It is straight up embarrassing. My co-host on the Short Shift Pod, and link below, Andrew, said that Coyle literally peed on the guy. I don't know what that means, Andrew. But fuck yeah, he kind of did. Goes right between his legs. Tries to feed Steen on the net drive. Steen gets upended from behind. I kind of thought there was a little illegal contact there, but I'm not going to complain about a no call. He goes through Jari. Everyone's fine. It's fine. Everyone's fine. 4:26 left in the period. Pasta's going to get another one. His 16th goal in 16 games. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. It's a fast break. 3-on-1 the other way. Hollow at the late line change. Jumps on the ice. Receives a puck. Tosses it to Hall as the trailer into the zone, while him and Pasternak crash the net. Hall, I kind of thought, misplayed this a little bit. Held too long. Got too close to Pasta. The diving defender was able to take away a lot of space, so Hall had to shoot. Goes inside and outside of Jari's glove. Pasta at an impossible angle. Just hammers this out of the air. Gets off Jari, into the net. And it's 2-0. 5 minutes left in the first. And we get out of the first period with the 2-0 lead. We don't give up one in the last minute. Thankfully, because Clifton, with a bad turnover, creates a semi-breakaway for Gensel, where it's not quite a breakaway where he's behind everyone, but Clifton's on too far on the side of the ice, and Gensel's on the left side, so he's going to get a free shot off. Gets stoned 5-hole by Swayman. That was, look, I'm not saying that was game, but that was a moment where I went, holy shit. That was like the Pens' big, like, boost us back into this one. Get one there. It's a 2-1 game. Going into the second, we have momentum. But absolutely get stoned. And it was one of the best periods we played all year. One of the best. Just absolutely incredible. Great stuff. Second period starts, and it all just fucking goes downhill. To start the second period, the Rask news comes out. Most likely retiring, most likely not continuing the gutsy comeback that he was attempting, which was brutal. 4 minutes of mostly Bruins hockey. 4 minutes of the second period. We liked it. First 4 minutes. Rask news hits. I see it on Twitter. And then it's a turnover by Pasta in the neutral zone, which he's known to do every now and again. Hall tries to punch it forward, but it ends up getting blocked, swatted away, and it's a 2v1 the other way. And it's going to be McGinn to Heinen, and Heinen is going to use Swayman's lateral movement to his advantage. He's going to go outside, so Swayman just overcommits a little bit, and then brings it right back and dunks it around him. Do not love that one by Swayman, just because it looked too easy, but it's basically a breakaway at this point. So I can't hold too much blame on that one. 2-1, 5 minutes into the second. Okay, breathe, lock it down. You've been the better team this whole game. In fact, I think we were the better team throughout the whole game. I really do believe that. I felt like we deserved a better result in this one. Part of deserving a better result is your goalie giving up one they absolutely shouldn't have. 28 seconds later, Heinen is on the bottom of the right circle and fires this in on Swayman. It hits him here. like right here. Swayman gets his glove on it. I might have the hands wrong, but you know what I'm saying. Gets the glove on it and almost flicks it up, like trying to collect it. Goes over his shoulder, off his back, and in. Just, look, that's a terrible goal. All eyes on Swayman. I get it. It's also a freak goal, right? Like, what do you tell Swayman? That reminds me of when Jonathan Quick years ago dropped his stick and then fell over as the puck skidded across, hit his stick, and then went by him. And his coach at the time, because I can't remember who the coach was, just went, "What do you want me to tell him? Don't drop your stick? That was a freak accident. Like, what advice do I have for the goalie? Hey, let me shit on your confidence because you made a weird, freakish mistake. This shit happens. Sucks, but it happens. 2-2. And don't get me wrong, I'm not excusing Swayman. I'm just not saying that I'm sitting here going to crucify the guy over this one because, man, what do you tell him? I just don't know what the criticism you tell him is. I don't point out enough good Cliffy stuff. 7 minutes in and Cliffy explodes on Rust. Open ice hit. I don't know if he gets him high here or not. I never saw a replay of this one. Absolutely erupts all over him, though. And it was nice. Cliffy doing the whole physical thing. He did that throughout the game. It's some of his better hockey when he's playing like that. 12:36 left. Pitt is going to go for too many men. Power play. No dice. Not a terrible power play, but no dice. And then an incredible sequence for over 4 minutes. Back and forth, back and forth. Big save, miss the net, bobble the puck, big save, open net, bobble the puck. All over the place. Some real run and gun hockey. Not playoff hockey, but fun nonetheless. 7 minutes left, and Jack is going to fucking curse us. Jack Edwards states, "You can't take the puck from Charlie Coyle." The moment that sentence finishes, Coyle loses the puck, almost giving up a breakaway the other way. The reason he did not give the breakaway up is because he then committed interference to prevent it. So that is going to be a power play for the Penguins, and this is a bad sequence for Carlo. We overcommit on one side. They did a breakdown of this, and they were talking about how the Bruins are okay with that. 3 guys on the wall really going for it, but you have to get back to your spots. I don't think they're okay with that. 3 guys on the wall committed to it. Puck gets bounced out, and this is it's just too easy. It goes from the point down to the bottom of the left circle where Carlos should be, but Carlos still getting up off the wall. And so he's coming back around. It gets fed across the slot. Rust has a wide open net. It is a wide open net. Can't bury it. Bobbles on a stick. Don't know what happens. Just can't get it. Goes around the net. Flings it to Crosby. Back to the bottom of the left circle. Where who should be? Brandon Carlo. That's right. You're paying attention. Carlo, at this point, has come back, but he's now standing in front of Swayman puck watching. He's not in front of anybody, not covering anybody, just puck watching. Puck gets fed to Crosby. He has that open side. Swayman gets a piece with the blocker, but not enough into the goal. It's 3-2 in a game we led by 2 goals. Again, we give up a 2-goal lead in the game. We would not recover this time. 2 minutes left of the period, and we have another sequence of chances. Open nets, open shots, rolling over the stick, missing the net. Just a disastrous effort on the finishing end. 1:11 left in that second period, and Hall gets cross-checked in the mouth by Matheson during the play. And then after the play, Hall takes exception to it, gets in his face, ends up with a minors on either side for roughing. 4v4. Whatever, guys. Whatever. I'm not going to bitch about the refs, but this sucked. 1:43 in, Smith is going to go for interference. A huge kill. A really good, big kill. And then the night keeps getting worse. 11:16 left, and Bergie and Crosby just connect skates. There's not a slew foot. There's not a trip. This is not an illegal play by Crosby, who I do think is kind of a dirty player, but hey, that's just me. He chopped off a finger one time. I don't like the guy. No one likes the guy unless you're a fucking Penguins fan. Which, if you're a Penguins fan, I know you know this comes from a place of respect. Go fuck yourself, man. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Anyway, what are we talking about? Yeah, incidental contact. Bergie banana peels it, man. Just absolute upends right into the wall. Back of the head hits it. I have no idea what the injury is. I don't know if it's a concussion. I don't want to speculate. We know the history he has. A lengthy Bergeron injury would potentially seal the fate of this team before the playoffs. We would not have a true top 6 center. I know Hala's been very good in that 2C role. I think we all agree that he's benefiting from the people around him, although he's holding his own as best he can. He's doing really well. He has a bunch of points, and he's helping drive that line. He's not a true top 6 center. We would not have one if Bergeron goes down. I'm just really upset. Directly after we respond, it's a nice play into the offensive zone. We give Smith a wide open chance, 1v1 with Jari. He's on the right side. It's not 1v1 really, but, take that shot. Just bobbles over his stick. And then on the other way, the hockey gods have not forsaken us. It's a 2-on-1, Crosby posting out. Oh, man. Shortly after, Crosby with roughing on Marchand. 10:35 left. The game is on the line. We're down by a goal. You need to start generating some chances. We get 2 zone entries the entire power play. We get 0 shots on net. It was an atrocious power play. And I would credit that largely to the fact that Bergeron's not on the ice. No offense to Coyle. But if you ask Coyle, hey, do you compare yourself to Bergeron? I'm pretty sure he'd hit you in the mouth. Which is crazy because Coyle's like the nicest guy. He doesn't like to do that. It's like the nicest guy. The moment we pull the goalie with $1:30 left in the game, Smith tries to do too much on the blue line, the offensive blue line. McAvoy tries to save it, but he ends up just poking it away from himself. Rust has a wide open breakaway on an empty net. And look at that, a different team was able to bury the puck on an empty net. Wouldn't that be cool if the Bruins did that once in a while? I'm nitpicking. Again, I'm upset. 4-2. That'll be your final. 24 seconds left. Marchand sucker punches Jari in the head and then smacks him with his stick in the mask as he's getting skated away by the ref. The stick smack wasn't as violent as it sounds, but it was easily enough for me to go, no, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. You're being held back by the ref and you go for a smack with the stick. No. Unacceptable. Jab him in the freaking chest. Like, give him a good poke. Do that. Not the face, man. Just, you're asking for a suspension. And I don't know how you can argue with that. People are gonna call me soft. They're probably already calling me soft on Twitter. I don't even know if I tweeted about it, actually. But I don't know how you can defend how stupid that action is. Especially given where the team is at that moment. I just don't get it. You're not gonna be able to convince me of it. I don't get it. Game notes. Bummer, and bummer. A week without Marchand and Bergeron would be a week without wins, potentially. I don't know. Maybe I'm being dramatic. Feels that way, though, doesn't it? We took an amazing first period and then just imploded. I can't even explain what happened there. And it's not like we were a terrible team after. Jari played out of his mind to keep us out of the net. A few times it really looked like the puck was gonna cross, and he made the save. But it was such a collapse. It was such a collapse for a couple minutes. I'm so sick of not being able to hold on to leads. That's something that a good team should be able to do. This is an incredibly frustrating effort. And yet, I don't give a crap about the result of this game. It's Bergeron, it's Marchand, and it's Rask. They own the largest sections of my mind right now. Like I said before, not having Rask, not the end of the world. He was never part of the absolute plan anyway. He was a hopeful, a potential. It's a bummer. I keep seeing people say, well, you're going to the rafters, bud. I'm not super sure of that. Well, that discussion can wait for another video. Bergeron, man, I really hope he's okay. I hope this is a false alarm that just held him out because they were like, nope, we're not risking anything with you. Marchand, you fucking idiot, man. Whatever suspension you get, you absolutely deserve it. You absolutely do. You know better. And you know what? I think if I said this to your face, you'd hit me, deservedly so. But inside you'd be like, yeah, that was dumb, man. That was dumb. We still love you, but Jesus, get it together. Anyway, guys, that does it for me. Big smiles for the camera. Hey, we have a game against the Canes next. Potentially no Bergeron, potentially no Marchand. Oh, man. Go Bees!